Welcome to our podcast. Today, we've got an amazing discussion lined up about a compelling idea that intertwines identity, culture, and community in the Black experience.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. There's so much depth here. What's striking you the most from this discussion?
It's like, this whole concept of the black card, not a physical card, but a metaphor that represents credibility, authenticity, and belonging in the Black community. It essentially shows
Yeah.
that you're deeply connected to your roots and in tune with the struggles and triumphs shared across generations.
So having a black card is about more than just skin. It's about being a part of something greater, right?
Exactly. It's like when you understand your heritage, you're not only celebrating culture but also actively engaging in uplifting the community, supporting Black-owned businesses, speaking up for justice, and staying culturally aware.
Right. And there's a historical evolution there, isn't it? From segregation days to the modern era of social media and pop culture shaping the narrative.
Absolutely, yeah. Historically, during tougher times like Jim Crow and segregation, the black card was a kind of silent nod to resilience and resistance. It was worn like a badge of honor by those who broke societal limits.
Mm, that's really powerful. It shows that cultural symbols can be a lifeline of pride and inclusion, even when society tries to push you aside.
Totally. And now with social media, it's like these symbols have evolved, right? It's not just about economic prestige anymore, but also about cultural, political, and even digital influence. The way memes, hashtags, and pop icons are now part of that shared heritage.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Platforms like Instagram and Twitter amplify those voices, making the Black Card a symbol of cultural excellence and pride.
Right on. It's interesting because the discussion also dives into the stereotypes and expectations tied with being part of the Black community. The idea that a card means you're automatically set up for wealth or perfection, that's a pretty narrow and
That's
damaging
true.
view.
Okay, so in essence, the book or concept challenges those stereotypes by saying, hey, we're diverse. Not every experience fits one mold.
Exactly. It debunks the myth that all black card holders are wealthy or conform to one stereotype. In fact, many have had to fight systemic hurdles, hard work, and even personal sacrifice. And it's like, that pressure to conform to an ideal kind of black identity can cause real stress.
Absolutely. I get that. But do you feel that sometimes this concept might enforce a kind of internal pressure on individuals to always check all culturally defined boxes?
That's a fair critique, and it's definitely a double edged sword. On one hand, it offers a source of pride and unity, but on the other, it might confine someone to expectations they didn't sign up for, like having to prove your worth repeatedly in certain
True,
spaces.
yeah. It's a bit like a never ending performance, isn't it? Constantly switching codes or behaviors to fit different settings, like using AAVE at home but standard English at work.
Exactly. Let's talk about that. Code switching. It's like a survival strategy. Many navigate between different social environments, and sometimes the pressure to switch feels like erasing part of who they really are.
Right? So it can get really exhausting, right? And that must be especially tough when personal identity feels like it's being constantly negotiated with societal expectations.
Absolutely. And the discussion really digs into how embracing your Black identity involves self reflection, a journey of understanding your personal history, acknowledging internalized biases, and unlearning harmful norms.
Yeah, totally. So we're saying that along with facing stereotypes, there's this empowering message. Embrace who you are, learn about your heritage, and use that like a shield and a guide.
Yes, indeed, it's a call to action to celebrate Black excellence. Think of icons like Martin Luther King Jr., Maya Angelou, Barack Obama, and even modern influencers. They redefine what it means to be a Black card holder. Their success isn't just personal, it's a
Absolutely.
symbol for the entire community.
It's inspiring, isn't it? The idea that by uplifting these figures, you not only honor their legacy, but also empower others to break barriers in their own lives.
Right. And more than just admiring those achievements, the conversation suggests practical actions, mentorship, networking, collaborative projects that build a supportive ecosystem within the community.
Yeah, that's key. So, for someone feeling like they might be struggling with their own sense of belonging, These strategies offer a roadmap to both personal and collective empowerment.
Exactly. And it's also about representation. Being seen in media and leadership positions not only validates personal experiences, but also helps dismantle those old one dimensional images that have been around for too long.
Spot on. I love that. It's like a reminder that every story matters, every narrative is part of a larger mosaic of Black identity.
Precisely. And then there's also the lively discussion about navigating predominantly Black spaces. There's this tension between needing to conform to certain cultural expectations to keep your Black card, yet also striving to be uniquely authentic.
Right, yeah. It's like on one level, you're required to play a part, but on another, you're encouraged to push back against those very stereotypes.
Exactly. And there's a lot to unpack here. For instance, the narrative explores how camaraderie in Black social circles is both a source of strength and sometimes a pressure cooker.
Mm, right, and that sense of belonging, that solidarity, is often what provides individuals the courage to challenge oppressive expectations.
Yes, indeed. It's like this dynamic balance between upholding tradition and pushing for progressive change, challenging stereotypes while celebrating diversity in art, music, literature, and even activism.
Totally. And speaking of activism, the influence of politics cannot be overlooked here. It's about harnessing political and activist power to shape a more inclusive narrative, isn't it?
Absolutely. When Black people become politically active and use their voices for systemic change, that power further reinforces the idea of Black excellence. It helps reframe the narrative from one of limitation to one of opportunity and resilience.
Yeah. And it really echoes back to the idea of owning your Black card, taking pride in every aspect of your heritage, and using that as a basis for personal growth and activism.
Exactly. It's empowering in a way that also demands personal accountability. It invites individuals to continually reflect on their identity, learn about their history, and then project that confidence into every part of their life, be it professional, social, or political.
That's essential. So it's sort of a roadmap for thriving, not just surviving, in a world that often tries to narrow the Black experience into a single narrative.
Precisely. And as part of this journey, practical tips are shared on how to affirm one's identity. Educate yourself, celebrate your cultural heritage, surround yourself with positive influences, and challenge those harmful stereotypes.
Right, exactly. That advice really transforms the idea of a Black card from a signifier of status into a dynamic expression of identity and empowerment.
Absolutely. It's a call to own every part of your Black identity, embracing your natural beauty, your history, your struggles, and your victories so you confidently navigate the world as a Black card holder.
Yes, absolutely. Wow, this discussion really shines a light on the layered yet deeply personal nature of Black identity. It's both a mirror and a window, reflecting personal experience while opening up the view to collective strength.
Exactly. And that's the beauty of it. All these narratives come together to create a vibrant, nuanced picture of what it means to belong, to be resilient, and to celebrate Black excellence. Thanks for diving into these complex layers with me.
My pleasure. This conversation is a powerful reminder that identity, in all its facets, is something to be celebrated and owned with pride.